What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. I just got done watching a video by Blue Devil, and I saw where he mentioned Gunner and I, right? And I wanted to just respond real quick and give some thoughts, right? So the video that Blue Devil did that I just checked out was his response, if you want to call it that, to the video Gunner did regarding high power fitness. In the response, he Blue Devil was saying something about that Gunner and Dubs told someone that Blue Devil paid Whack $10,000. It's a trip to me how Gunner and I always seem to be the bad guys. We're the evil alliance to some people, right? And that's not to disrespect Blue Devil, because he wasn't really trying to be disrespectful. I don't think he was just stating an opinion, right? But it's an opinion based on bullshit. I don't think I've ever spoken to High Power Fitness at all. Maybe I did a year ago, or not even that. How would it have been? Maybe I did. We were cordial until he decided that he wanted to be friendly behind the scenes and badmouth me on video. That's when I actually had blocked him for a while, and then I said, nah, I'm not gonna do that, man. He is who he is, you know. And I unblocked him. But I've never spoken to him about Blue Devil that I remember. And I damn sure never told anybody Blue Devil paid 10,000. It was actually Whack that said it in a video. And I'm assuming High Power Fitness probably saw that. But that damn sure didn't come from me or Gunner. Now, I've been, because I know he doesn't watch my stuff, I started watching his, right? I started watching some of his stuff. I'd go and look and see what topics he's doing. That's what we're supposed to do, right? It's competition. We're all in competition. It doesn't have to be ugly competition. It can be friendly from afar competition, right? And I look to see what topics he's doing, and is there something that I could, give my perspective to, and not just him. Compton Rick Rock is another one. But I've been giving the dude his flowers. I noticed that I think this year he's getting away, I'm referring to Blue Devil, he's getting away from the negativity, the negative energy, right? And I think he's focused on doing what he has to do. He knows, he's been around YouTube for a long, long time. YouTube recently changed. Everyone's views, including Mr. Beast, Penguin Zero, I can't remember the other, Charlie, whatever. But the biggest to the smallest creators. There's very few people that are seeing big numbers still, like regular numbers. So I think he realized that, and he said, nah, I'm not getting into the negative stuff. I'm going to grind. And I gave him his props a few times recently. Not trying to be his friend or nothing, but one thing about me is I always give respect where it's due. I don't put jackets on, unlike a lot of these dudes on the internet. I don't put jackets on people. I don't. I call it how I see it. But he's been grinding lately. And his response to Gunner's video and the respect that he showed High Power Fitness, I wish more Raza was doing that. Honestly. Raza will kill each other's channels and go and support other races' channels, right? Their favorite black content creator, their favorite white content creator, their favorite Asian content creator, and hate every single content creator that looks just like them. I've been saying it for a while. It affects the money that advertisers are willing to spend on our content. It affects views. It affects sponsorship deals. It affects a whole lot when you have a bunch of raza hating on raza. You know, I've said it several times. Raza, it doesn't matter if you're coming from Northern California or Southern California, right? There are organizations that Hollywood and a lot of sponsors fear. A lot of the raza, whether it's Northern or Southern California, that are on YouTube have a criminal background. And so when you have people that have a criminal background, may have committed acts of violence in their past, the fact that you've grown from that and you're no longer that person, when you start beefing online, you become that monster in their eyes. It's bad for business. I said it and I will continue to say it. The raza needs to pick a platform, man, and push that platform. And it don't have to be mine at all. Not even saying that. But pick a platform. Push for that platform. Get somebody that's raza to break through the ceiling, man. And then everybody would be able to follow. But we come from a tribal background. When our ancestors were conquered, the only way that minority group that was at the top could maintain and stay at the top was to make sure everybody on the bottom hated each other and went to war with each other. It's been bred into us. It still exists. So I got to tip my hat to this cat, right? He should be the example that a lot of don't let him be the example. Everybody has it. All of a sudden they got problems with me and Gunner. That's fine. Let Blue Devil be the example of that's how you handle it with class. Did I think I would ever say that about that guy? No. Does he deserve it right now? Yes. And I hope he continues down this path. Continues to be above the fray. Not getting caught up in verbals back and forth. Maybe everybody will get behind that platform then, right? I don't know. But that's my 2 cents, man. You know, whatever happened with that high power fitness dude, you know, I was going to do a video on it yesterday, and then I said, for what, man? You know what I mean? Like, for what? Like I said, once he was sending me messages but talking bad about me on camera, I made up my mind then, like, this isn't somebody I need to be engaged with. You know what I mean? Involving myself in his shenanigans. I've never disrespected him, and I won't. For what? You know? Everybody is trying to make a living. Everybody is trying to get their message out, whatever their message is. And I've always said, even about the people that lie on me, people that hate on me, if they get views, they have a lane. That's their lane. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.